Let's talk about a hero named Heracles. His mom was a regular woman named Alcmene. And his dad was a powerful god named Zeus. But Zeus was married to another goddess named Hera. Hera didn't like Heracles because he was Zeus's son from another woman. One night, something tricky happened. It was in the world of gods and heroes. Heracles and his twin brother, Iphicles, were about to be born. But Zeus did something. It made his wife, Hera, very upset. Zeus had a baby with another woman named Alcmene. Hera knew about this. She wanted to stop Heracles from becoming a powerful king. She made Zeus promise. The first baby born from Perseus' family would become king. Heracles was part of that family.
Zeus, do you think I'm blind? You've had another child with a mortal woman.
Hera, listen to me. This child, Heracles, will be a great hero. He will bring honor to the gods Greek.
Honor or shame? You can't just father children with anyone and expect me to stand by quietly.
This is beyond just us, Hera. His destiny is greater than we can foresee. Please, let him live his fate.
Narrowing her eyes.
His fate? We shall see. But mark my words, Zeus. He will not have an easy life. I will make sure of it.
Hera rushed to Alcmene. She was about to have her babies. She did something tricky. It stopped the babies from being born. Hera made the goddess of childbirth, Eileithyia, sit with her clothes tied in knots like a puzzle. This made it hard for the babies to be born. Hera wanted to make sure Eurystheus would be born first. He would become king instead of Heracles. But a clever servant named Galanthus knew a trick too. She lied to Eileithyia. She told her that Alcmene had already had the babies. Eileithyia was surprised and jumped up, undoing the knots she had tied. This helped Heracles and his twin brother finally be born, even though Hera tried to stop them. This helped Heracles and his twin brother be born, even though Hera tried to stop them. It was a tricky plan, but it didn't work. Hera, the queen of the gods, was not happy with Heracles because he was Zeus's son with another woman. She wanted to hurt him. Heracles' mom was scared of Hera. She left baby Heracles outside. She hoped he would be safe. But Heracles had someone watching over him. It was his half-sister, Athena, the protector of brave heroes. Athena saw the baby and took him to Hera. gently lifting baby Heracles.
Little brother, you need someone strong to protect you. I know just the person.
Athena takes baby Heracles to Hera. Athena smiling, handing the baby to Hera.
Look at this little one. Isn't he precious? Surely you can find it in your heart to be kind.
Hesitating, then taking the baby.
Very well. Let me see him.
As Hera holds Heracles, he sucks strongly on her breast. Shocked, pulling him away.
Ouch! What strength!
Her milk sprays across the sky, creating the Milky Way. Athena softly, taking the baby back.
Thank you, Hera. You've given him more than you know.
He became stronger and had magical abilities. Athena brought him back to his mom, Alcmene. And he grew up with his family. When Heracles was born, his parents named him Alcaeus. But as he grew up, people started calling him Heracles. They did this to make Hera proud. She was the goddess who didn't like him. Heracles means Hera's glory. When Heracles and his twin brother, Iphicles, were very little, only 8 months old, something amazing happened. Hera was still angry with Heracles. So she sent 2 big snakes into their room. Iphicles got scared and cried. But Heracles was super brave. He grabbed 1 snake in each hand and squeezed them until they couldn't hurt anyone anymore. He played with them like they were toys. The people who saw this were surprised. Especially Heracles' family. They couldn't believe how strong and brave he was. They asked a wise man named Tiresias about Heracles' future. Tiresias said something special. Heracles would go on to defeat many scary monsters. Heracles had many teachers who helped him learn skills and knowledge. One of them was the wise centaur Chiron. During his music lessons with Linus, the brother of the musician Orpheus, Heracles made a mistake and was corrected. This made him angry, and in his frustration, he accidentally killed Linus with a lyre. To make amends, Heracles' foster father, Amphitryon, sent him to a mountain called Cithaeron to take care of the sheep. This was a way for Heracles to learn from his mistakes. When he turned 18, something remarkable happened. Heracles was visited by 2 fairies, beautiful and magical creatures. Appearing first, smiling seductively.
Heracles, come with me. I offer you a life of ease. No worries, no struggles, just endless joy.
Virtue appearing next.
Heracles, do not be swayed. The path I offer is difficult, full of challenges. But in the end, you will find true greatness.
Heracles stands in thought, then speaks.
I choose virtue. I was born to face challenges, not to avoid them.
Soon after, Heracles helped King Thespius of Thespiae by getting rid of a dangerous lion. As a reward, Thespius offered Heracles the chance to marry his 50 daughters. And Heracles accomplished this feat overnight. On his way back to his hometown of Thebes, Heracles learned that the city was being forced to pay a heavy tribute to King Erginus. Outraged by this injustice, Heracles took a bold step. A dusty road outside Thebes, where Heracles and the envoys meet.
King Erginus demands his tribute, as always. Pay up, or suffer the consequences.
Tribute? My city bows to no one. Tell your king these will not pay a single coin.
You think your words scare us? You'll regret defying King Erginus!
Heracles suddenly draws his sword and approaches. The envoys.
I'll make sure you remember this message.
He swiftly cuts off their ears, noses, and hands.
You'll pay for this! The king will seek revenge!
Tell your king I'll be waiting.
The envoys flee in terror as Heracles stands tall, unafraid. This act sparked a conflict between King Erginus and King Creon of Thebes. As Heracles grew into a strong and brave warrior, he married a woman named Megara. They had 2 children together, and for a while they lived happily. But Hera's anger didn't fade. She wanted to hurt Heracles to get back at Zeus. The palace of King Creon during the celebration. Smiling warmly.
Heracles, I've heard so much about you. Your strength is legendary.
Smiling back.
And you, Megara, are as beautiful as they say. It's an honor to meet you.
Raising a cup.
To Heracles, the hero of Thebes. May he continue to protect us from our enemies.
The crowd cheers, and Megara looks at Heracles with admiration. Softly, as they share a private moment.
I've never met anyone like you. Your courage inspires us all.
Gently taking her hand.
Megara, with you by my side, I feel even stronger. Together, we can face anything.
Hera came up with a plan. She made Heracles go into a powerful fit of madness. This madness made him extremely angry. During this time, Heracles did something terrible. He killed Megara and their 2 children. This is a sad part of Heracles' story, showing that even great heroes have moments of sorrow. To help Heracles, a man named Antichaeus used a special plant called hellebore. This plant made Heracles feel better. When Heracles returned to his senses, he realized what he had done. He was filled with regret. He went to the god Apollo for help. Apollo was a very important god. He was known as the sun god. Apollo guided the sun across the sky every day. He also had the power to heal and make people feel better. Apollo was the god of music, creating beautiful melodies that brought joy. But Apollo could also tell the future. This was called prophecy. The Greeks believed Apollo could see the future and give advice. Location: the Temple of Apollo at Delphi. Heracles stands before the oracle, in despair.
Great oracle, I seek redemption. I have done something unforgivable. How can I make up for my sins?
Calmly, with an air of mystery.
Heracles, your path is one of suffering and greatness. To cleanse your soul, you must serve King Eurystheus for 10 years. Complete the tasks he sets before you.
I will do whatever it takes. I must make things right.
The gods have not abandoned you, Heracles. Your trials will lead to immortality, but only if you face them with courage.
Hera, still angry, influenced the oracle's decision. Eurystheus decided to make things even harder. He added 2 more tasks for Heracles to complete. Location: the throne room of King Eurystheus, who is smugly seated as Heracles enters.
So the great Heracles comes to serve me. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'm here to do what is required of me. Name your tasks, and I will complete them.
Oh, it won't be that easy. I'll make sure your tasks are impossible. I'll break you, Heracles, and prove that even the greatest heroes are powerless against me.
We'll see who breaks first, Eurystheus. I'm ready for whatever you throw at me.
Eurystheus glares at Heracles, plotting his first challenge.